Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to Marathon Wednesday, when we take on them big catalogues. And today we've got a request, and it's from Simon of the Return to Vinyl. A friend of mine, friend of the channel, really nice chap. We talk a lot off screen as well, so apparently he asked this for a year ago, so it shows that we do things even though they get put on the list, but they do make their way to the top. So the Hollies, formed in Manchester back in 1962, and one of the leading groups of the 1960s into the mid-70s. They had that distinctive three-part harmony style. You know, we had Alan Clark, Graham Nash, who was in the band at the beginning, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester, Eric Haydock in the band, Bernie Clavet. They've had one or two people thing. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2010. And it was Alan Clark, Graham Nash, Tony Hicks, Eric Haydock, Bobby Elliott, Bernie Clavet and Terry Sylvester. Now they have released 23 albums. That's quite a lot, so we're going to get cracking today. So, coming in at number 23 is the 21st album from 1983, and it's called What Goes Around. This is sort of a reunion type thing. We've got Alan Clark, Tony Hicks, Graham Nash, Bobby Elliott, and Alan Tarney did some guitars as well. Brian Chatton on the keyboards, along with Paul Bliss, Andy Brown and Steve Stoddard some bass as well. So the first track on here is called Casualty. Oh dear, it's got that cheesy 80s keyboard and horrible drum sounds. Nah. Take My Love and Run. Although this is very 80s, you recognise it as a Hollies song, or Hollies singing on it. It's one of the better songs on the album. Say You Will Be Mine, cheesy 80s production. I'm not very keen on that. Something Ain't Right. There's some nice harmony singing on that. I don't mind that. Then they do a song called If the Lights Go Out, which is written by Mike Batt, and it is the best song on the album. It's a really nice song. Mike Batt always writes good songs, so I really enjoy that one. Stop in the Name of Love isn't a bad version of the Supreme song. I Got What I Want, nice harmonies in it. It's got a nice little solo in there as well. Then they do a rehash of Just One Look and Why Do We Want to Ruin One of Our Best Songs. Someone Else's Eyes, not too bad. I like the piano on that, it's not too bad. And the last track, Having a Good Time, very cheesy. Now, considering the lineup, they succumb to the 80s production. It's a shame, because I would have expected them just to do something a little bit better than the 80s sounding thing, and I can only give that an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 22 from 2009, we've got Then, Now, Always, and it's their final album. On lineup on this one is Peter Howarth on vocals and acoustic guitar, Tony Hicks lead and vocals, Steve Laurie rhythm, Ray Styles bass, Bobby Elliott on the drums, and Ian Parker on the keyboards. Then Now and Always is the title track. It's not too bad. It's got some nice harmonies on it. Bobby Elliott's drumming's pretty cool, and yes, it's not too bad, to be quite honest. If you see her, it's got that polished feel to it. It's not too bad, actually. One touch, it sounds more like Mike and the Mechanics than the Hollies. It's not a bad track, though. Passengers is next. Very pleasant song. Nothing wrong with that one. I Would Fly. Yeah, they're not bad songs at all. Pleasant. Coming Home's okay as well. They are nice songs. I Lied sounds Hollies sort of thing. One Way Ticket It's got a Latina feel to it. Some nice guitar work on that. It's my favourite track on the album. Too Much Too Soon. I thought it was going alright until the drums come in. It just falls apart. I'm sorry. Unforgivable. It's okay. Hearts Don't Lie. Don't mind this. It's got some lovely classic harmonies from the Hollies there. She'd Kill Me. She'd Kill For Me. I think even though Alan Clark's not singing on it, you recognise it as a Hollies song, which is pretty good. Yeah, pleasant enough album, but it's not the best. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 4.2. Coming in at number 21 from 2006, Staying Power. We've got Peter Howarth, Tony Hicks, Stuart Lowry again, Ray Styles, Bobby Elliott and Ian Parker. First track on this one is Hope. I don't mind this one. It's actually quite a nice sound on it. The guitar was good. Some really interesting drumming from Bobby on that one. So Damn Beautiful. Yes, you know it's the Hollies. It's that distinctive sound. Even though no Alan Clark, the harmonies are there. It's not too bad. Prove Me Wrong. A Drum Machine. Shall we move on? I don't like that song at all. Brank Me. I like the guitar at the beginning, and then we get that cheesy, horrible keyboard sound, which does not just sound right. Shine On Me. Guitar work is good. It's a nice vocal from Peter on that. I don't mind that one. Suspended Animation. A pleasant song. Really nice harmonies. My favourite on here is called Touch Me. I think it's just got that little bit of that 60s vibe to it. Excellent little track. Emotions, not too bad. Lots of acoustic guitar on this, which is nice. Weakness, too poppy. Far too poppy. Modern pop for the Hollies doesn't work. Live It Up. If you took the keyboards off this, it'd be a really good track. It's got that typical Bobby Elliott signature drumming on it. But just leaves the keyboards on that. Yesterday's Gone, not too bad. And the last track is called Let Love Pass. Bit weird, bit wishy-washy. It's not bad. It's pleasant. It's not a terrible album, but it's one that I wouldn't want to listen to a lot. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 4.5. Okay, coming in at number 20, the 19th album. And it's called 5317704. Now, if you put that in on a calculator and you turn it upside down, it spells Hollies. Alan Clark had left the Hollies after an album in '78. During his absence, Gary Brooker would fill, and then he sort of come back in and did a bit. So on here you've got Alan Clark, lead vocals and guitar and harmonica. Terry Sylvester, guitars and vocals. Tony Hicks on the guitar, banjo, mandolin. Bernie Calvert, bass. Bobby Elliott on the drums. Peter Wingfield, keyboards along with Hans Peter Arnson. And we've got Gary Brooker on here. Procol Harum does vocals on Harlequin. And Tony Hymas on the keyboards as well. And BJ Wilson does a bit of drumming as well. So the first track is called Saying It Ain't So Joe, written by Murray Head. Nice song. Very nice vocal. I like that. Maybe It's Down. It's okay. I don't mind that one. Song of the Sun. It's a really good song. I like that track. Then we have Gary Brooker singing Harlequin. It's a nice vocal. My favourite track on here is When I'm Yours. Alan sings on this and it's a fantastic vocal. It's a really nice song. Something to Live For. Definitely got that Hollies groove to it. I quite like that. Stormy Waters, one of them gentle Holly songs. Fine vocal from Alan, and there's a little bit of harmonica on there as well. Boys in the Band, I like the percussion on it. It's not too bad. Then we get Satellite 3, not the best track on the album, probably the weak one. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere. And it's In Every One of Us. A little bit dour. Again, it's a little bit flat. There are some highlights on this album, and then there's Not Cement. some not so memorable highlights. I shall give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 19 from 76, their 17th, and it's called Russian Roulette. Alan Clark on vocals and harmonica, Tony Hicks on the lead guitar and banjo and vocals, Terry Sylvester, Bobby Elliott and Bernie Clauvet on the bass. The first track, and I love this title, With All That What's It. Amusing, funky, I don't mind that. That's pretty decent. 48-hour parole, a little disco-y. But it has got some nice riffs in it, I must admit. Thanks for the memories. I love the electric piano on here. It's really nice. Nice vocal from Alan. I love that little bit of saxophone in there as well. Then we get a track called My Love. My favourite on here. It sounds great. It just reminds me of how the Hollies used to sing. Very, very good. Lady of the Night, not too bad. It's got a bit of a funky groove to it, especially that bass line from Bernie. It's pretty good. Then we've got Russian Roulette, the title track. Second favourite track on it. Solid. Love the guitar solo on that one. Dragging My Heels. It's a little bit flat. The keyboards don't do much for it. Louise, good track. Good little rocker from the band and nice vocal from Alan on that one. Be With You, not too bad. The harmonies are there. It's really nice to hear them harmonies on that track. Daddy Don't Mind. At the beginning it's okay. It's not too bad. It's a mixed bag one. It's not too bad. We've got some really nice tracks going back to the old days, so I shall give that an RTO ranking of 5.3. Okay, coming in at number 18, we've got the 18th from 1980, the 20th album, and it's called Buddy Holly, and they did an album purely of Buddy Holly songs. So playing on here, we've got Alan Clark, Terry Sylvester, Tony Hicks, Bernie Clauvet and Bobby Elliott. Okay, Peggy Sue, it's my favourite track they did on here. It's got this sort of electronic bass sound and it works. It's a really good vocal from Alan as well. Really good interpretation of that song. Wishing, now it just doesn't seem right with this sort of modern take. Doesn't sound right. Then we have Love's Made a Fool of You. It's not a bad version of that song. I love the acoustic guitar on it, very good. Take Your Time. Now, it's in a very 80s style, but it really has worked. They've really done something to that, and it's a really nice version of it. Heartbeat, the same. Different sort of interpretation, different... But it works. The harmonies on that are lovely. I don't mind that. Tell Me How, I don't like that version. It just doesn't suit what they've done to that. Then we have Think It Over. It's got more of a glam rock feel to this, actually, and I do like it. It's a nice upbeat track. Maybe Baby. It reminds me of a working men's club band doing a version of it. Nah, it's really not very bad. Very bad. Midnight Shift, I love this honky-tonk boogie-woogie piano on it. It's a great little rock and roll number as well. I don't mind that. I'm Gonna Love You Too. Didn't work. Peggy Sue Got Married. Nah, that one didn't work for me. It just doesn't sound the same. What to Do, not a bad version of it. That'll Be the Day. I like this. It's a boogie version. Very status quo boogie feel to it. Excellent. It Doesn't Matter Anymore. I love this song, but they really did kibosh that one. Every Day, my favourite Buddy Holly song, but they've just not done it justice. Then you get reprised and you get a little bit of everything. Very strange album this is. It's got some really good renditions of the Buddy Holly songs, and some just sound absolutely awful. So I shall give that an RTO ranking of 5.5. Okay, coming in at number 17, we've got the 12th album from 1972, and it's called Romany, and it's the first studio album not to feature Alan Clark, who was replaced by Swedish singer Mikael Rickfors. So it's Mikael Rickfors, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester, Bernie Clabber and Bobby Elliott. First track is called Won't We Feel Good That Morning. I don't mind this. It's still got that Hollies sound, but the different singer. He did a reasonable job on that one. Touch. Not a bad track actually. The guitar work on that is excellent. Words Don't Come Easy. Nice song. I don't really associate this with the Hollies though, because it's not got Alan Clark on it, but it's a nice song. Magic Woman Touch. Yeah, I think Miko does a great job on that. Lizzie and the Rain Man, very 1972, middle of the round. It's okay. Downriver. There's more talking in this than singing. It's all right. Then we have Slow Down, my favourite track on here. I love the guitar. It's a good little rock and roll number, of course. Delaware, Taggart and the Outlaw Boys. Good track. Not the singing, nice little rocker with the harmonies. Jesus Was a Crossmaker. Not into religious songs. Keep them out of music. Romany, not a bad song. I like Mikael's vocals on that. Blue in the Morning, a nice little rocky song. Some nice harmonies are gone. Courage of Your Convictions. Great track to end the album with. It's nice. It's not a bad album actually. It's got that Hollies sound, different singer, but on the whole I did enjoy listening to this because I hadn't heard it for a long time, so I should give it an RTO ranking of 5.6. Okay, coming in at number 16, we've got the 13th album from 1973, Out on the Road. Second album to feature Mikael Rickfors on the vocals. So it's Mikael, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester, Bernie Calvert and Bobby Elliott. First track is the title track, On the Road. I quite like this. The guitars are good. It's a good little upbeat rocker type track. A Better Place. Love this. Really nice vocal from Mikael. I like that. They Don't Realise I'm Down. I love it. I think it is really good. The drumming from Bobby is excellent on that. The Last Wind. Great vocal from Mikael. It's a lovely track. Lovely harmonies again. But my favourite on here is called Mr. Heartbreaker. Written by Dean Ford, co-founder of Marmalade, of course. It's a really good song, and I like that. It's co-wrote. He co-wrote that with Terry Sylvester. I Was Born a Man. Very ordinary. Nothing special about that. Slow Down, Go Down. One of my favourite tracks on here. Really good Hollies song that is. Don't Leave This Child Alone. Some nice guitar solos on that. Really nice. Nearer to You. Once again, there's some lovely guitar work on this album. From Tony and Sylvester. It really is excellent. Terry, sorry. Yeah. And then we've got Pick Up the Pieces. Pretty solid track. Don't mind that one. Transatlantic Westbound Jam. Another good track. Some lovely harmonies on that. It's a really solid track to end the album. I would say this is the best album they made with Mikael. It's got some better tracks. I think it's sort of bedded in a little bit. So I shall give that one an RTO ranking of 5.8. Right. Sip of coffee. Okay then, coming in at number 15 from 1978, A Crazy Steel. Alan, Tony, Terry, Bernie and Bobby, with Pete Wingfield on the piano and Hans Peters Hansen as well. Writing on the Wall. This is one of my favourite tracks of the later years of the Hollies. It's a great vocal from Alan. Just an excellent track all round. What Am I Gonna Do? A very solid track. I love the guitar solo on this from Tony Hicks. Absolutely top draw. Let It Pour. It's a bit middle of the road club nonsense. Not a fan of that one. Burnout. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bit twee. Hello to Romance. Great vocal from Alan. Very strong vocal, some nice strings on it as well. Then we get Amnesty, one of them really nice songs with lots of great harmonies. The signature of the Hollies. Caracas, nice saxophone on this. It does work. Boulder to Birmingham, some sort of a ballad song, really nice vocal from Alan. Clown Service, love Alan's harmonica, very good harmonica player was Alan. It's a nice song. Feet on the Ground, the last track, and it is definitely the last track on the album Syndrome. There are some pretty good tracks on there. There is a little bit of inconsistency, but on the whole it's pretty solid. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, then coming in at number 14, the first of 2 albums in 1976. This came out in January, and it's Right On. Alan, Tony, Terry, Bernie and Bobby, with Pete again and Arns. Peter on the piano, and the guest star of Rod Argent on the piano and synthesizer. So that the opening track is Star, and it's great. I like this. You know, the added special of Rod Argent, excellent. Right On, bit of a middle of the road track. It's got some nice drumming from Bobby, and it's got some nice piano work. Not quite sure if it's Hans or Peter, but it's a pretty good track. Sweet Country Calling, very country. It's not too bad. The harmonies are great as well. Love Is a Thing, a nice ballad from the Hollies. Fine vocal from Alan as ever. It Won't Move Over. Some strings in this, and I think that sounds pretty good. Narinda, typical Hollies beat to it. Lovely harmony singing, solid track. Stranger. I love this. Even the clapping sounds great on it. It's a real funky song as well. Crocodile Woman, She Bites, one of my favourite tracks on here. It's a nice little rock and roll number. Love the piano. Some excellent drumming from Bobby. My Island. It's not very memorable, but it has got a good solo on it. That's all I'll say. And the last track, There's Always Goodbye, a really nice song. Them harmonies sound great from the Hollies. I like this album, I really do. There's some good songs on it. Some of the guitar solos are pretty strong. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6.2. Okay, coming in at number 13. It's from 1969, and it's Hollies Sing Dylan. And it's their 8th album. So on here you've got these down as Bernard Calvert, Alan Clark, Bobby Elliott, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester. Graham Nash is uncredited, but he does play the guitar on Blowing in the Wind. So the first track they have a crack at is from The Times Are Changing, when the ship comes in, and they've done it justice. It's a really good track. Some nice banjo on there from Tony. Then they do a track from the John Wesley Harding album, which is not what everyone would do, and it's a version of I'll Be Your Baby Tonight. Excellent version of that. Some harmonica on there from Alan, and it's super. I Want You from Blonde on Blonde, of course. It's a great track, and they have done it justice. From the Basement Tapes, we have The Wheels on Fire. Very good version of it. You can't, they've really done this. Then we have I Shall Be Released. Music from the Big Pink. My second favourite track on here. I love this. They've done this justice. From Blowing the Wind from the Freewheeling Bob Dylan. One of my favourite tracks by Bob Dylan, and the Hollies have done it justice as well. Okay, the next one is Quit Your Low Down Ways, a song written by Bob but performed by Peter Perry and Maul. I've heard the original, and I prefer this version actually. Brilliant version of this song, I like that. But my favourite is Just Like a Woman from Blonde on Blonde. I think this is my favourite because they've really got it down to a T. You are expecting Bob to start singing. Then we have the title track from Things Are Changing, a fantastic version of that again. Although we really want to do the other side of Bob Dylan. Love this version. The harmony singing works. There's a little bit of steel drum on it, and it's brilliant. My Back Pages from the other side of Bob Dylan. Very good version. Then the Mighty Quinn from the Basement Tapes. I think this is a great version. I mean, everyone that's covered this have done thing. Mandarin Man is good. Even Bob's. It's just a really good track to end the album. I think the Hollies did a brilliant job on this. They didn't do anything drastic. They kept it in the spirit, and Alan did a great job on the vocals. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6.3. Okay, then coming in at number 12, the 15th album from 75, and it's second album with Alan Clark returning after his short departure, and it's called Another Night. Alan Clark, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester, Bernie and Bobby, with Alan Parsons now on the synthesizers, Tony Himas on the pianos and string arrangements, and Chris Gunning does some arrangements as well. Another Light. I love the start of this. The guitar is really nice. That keyboard tone from Alan Parsons is absolutely brilliant. Then they do a cover of Bruce Springsteen's 4th of July, Asprey Prime. I think it's a great version. I think this is a great cover. We know another great cover they've done as well. But this is really good. I like that version of it. Then we have Lonely Hobo Lullaby. A lovely song. Some nice harmonies. Some excellent guitar work as well. Second Hand Hang-Ups. An excellent vocal from Alan. Really like this track. Then we have a little track called Time Machine Jive. Second favourite track on here. It's got some great riffs. It's an uplifting track. Excellent track. Then we have I'm Down. It's alright. Nice vocal from Alan. Look Out Johnny, There's a Monkey on Your Back. My favourite track on this album. It's got a little bit of that T-Rex feel to it. It's got that glam rock feel. That's probably why I like it. Give Me Time. Not my favourite track. It's a little bit lacklustre. A little bit empty. You Gave Me Life with That Look of Your Eyes. One of my favourite tracks on here. They did make some really good records in the 70s, and this is one of them. Lucy, a little bit of a country. It's a little bit twee, but it's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best track. Not a strong track to end the album on. A really strong album. Really good listen this is, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6.4. Okay, coming in at 11, just missed out on that top 10. It's the 10th album from 1970, Confessions of the Mind. Alan, Tony, Terry, Bernie and Bobby. Graham Nash plays rhythm guitar on the Survival of the Fittest, which is the first track. Great opening track, lovely harmony singing, top drop. Man Without a Heart. It's very moody blues, but I don't care because I like both bands. It's a very good song. Little Girl. It's a very Bob Dylan-esque track, this is, and I do like it. It's a terrific track. Isn't It Nice? Lovely guitars on this. I love that electric guitar and the acoustic joins in. It's a great vocal from Alan as well. My favourite track on this album, though, is Perfect Lady Housewife. It's a bluesy number. It's got some excellent guitar work from Tony. Great vocals as well. Title track, Confessions of a Mind. It's a cross between it's rock and roll with a moody blues prog sound to it. It's great. It's one of the best vocals from Alan on this album. Lady Please. Got a great little bass line from Bernie. The keyboards sound good. Acoustic guitar. Some mandolin thrown in as well. Excellent little track. Frightened Lady. Another solid track. I love Bernie's bass line on this. It drives the song along. Too Young to Be Married. Bernie's having a ball on this album. He's putting some very good bass lines on it, even though this is a gentle song. It's okay. Separated reminds me of Tyrannosaurus Rex with those bongos. I don't like that track. Then I Want to Shout. Love this. It's a classic Polish song this is, with a great bass line, great harmonies, great track to end the album with. pretty solid all the way through this one. It has got some I'm not so keen on, but I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 6.5. Okay, top 10. So coming in at number 10 is the 9th album, released in 1969. It's called Hollies Sing Hollies, because they've done that Hollies Sing Dylan. And it's the first album they had done of original compositions since Graham Nash had left. And it was the second album that featured Terry Sylvester. And feature his compositions, I mean. So we've got Alan Clark, Tony Hicks, Terry Sylvester, and Bernie and Bobby. Why didn't you believe? One of my favourite opening tracks of any of the Hollies albums. Love that heavy riff that comes in. It's an absolute belter of a song. Don't give up easily. What I like about this is the bongos and the acoustic guitar. Lovely harmonies. Excellent little short track that is. Look at Life. A very late 60s sounding track. I love this. The strings. It's a great vocal. Super track. Please Sign Your Letters. Certainly got that country feel, but not my favourite on here. My Life Is Over With You. Love this song. Some beautiful harmonies here. It's got some flute again. Gives it that sort of moody blues feel as well. My favourite track from this album is another of my favourite tracks by the Hollies. Please Let Me Please. It's a good old-fashioned Hollies song. Nice guitar work and some nice singing on it as well all the way through. Do You Believe in Love? Got a little groove. I love the guitar work here from Terry and Tony. Very good. Soldier's Dilemma. It's a quirky little song. It's a sort of song they could sort of busk to. I love the guitars and the percussion. Then we have Marigold Gloria Swan Song. Sounds very Bob Dylan again. Love the acoustic guitar on this. Very good track. You Love 'Cause I Like It. Very Bob Dylan again. Lots of tracks like this. It's another super track. Reflections of a long time long past. Quirky, short, but still powerful. Goodbye Tomorrow is the last track. It's got some lovely piano playing on that. I really like that. Yeah, first album without Graham Nash, and they did a good job. You know, Graham Nash, very influenced. He was a great writer, and this is an excellent album, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6.6. Okay, coming in at number 9 from 1967, and it's Evolution. So we've got Alan on here, Tony Hicks, Graham Nash, Bobby Elliott, Bernie Clark, Calvert. Additional personnel is Ron Richards. There's some drums, some extra drums on here. One being Doogie Wright, the other being Mitch Mitchell, and the other being Clem Catini. So, first track, Then the Heartaches Begin. Some lovely guitar work on. I like the groove on that one. It's an excellent track. Stop Right There. Love this track. Written by Graham Nash. Love the violin. It really adds to it. It's a super track. Water on the Brain. This is quite heavy for them for that period in time. It's just a catchy tune with some excellent riffs. Lullaby to Tim. Another Graham Nash song. I love this. Beautiful song. Have You Ever Loved Somebody? Very early 60s pop sound, but it's excellent. Super track from 1967. You Need Love. Catchy little track. Some nice vocals on that one. Then we get Rain on the Window. Love this song. One of my favourite songs by the thing. I love the horns on it. Beautiful song. Heading for a Fall, another great track. Harmonies on this are brilliant. Graham, Alan, you know, they sound great together. Ye Old Toffee Shop. It's a real sort of thing, you know, it could have been a theme tune to a film or a series. It's really good. It's got a lovely flute on it as well. When Your Lights Turned On, another great 60s pop tune written by Alan and Graham. It's absolutely brilliant. Love that track. Leave Me, great vocals here from Graham and Alan. It's got that 60s keyboard sound as well. Brilliant. And the last tracks of the games we play, super song. Solid, catchy, lots of hooks. Great track to end the album. This is a great late 60s pop album. Some great songs on this. Really like this album. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 6.7. Okay, coming in at number 8. It's their second album from 1964 in the Hollies style. So you've got Alan, Tony Graham, Eric Haydock plays the bass on this, and Bobby Elliott on the drums. So the first track is a track that Etta James and Shelley Ellis have done. It's Nitty Gritty, Something's Got a Hold of Me. Great track. I love the drums from Bobby on this. Great vocals. It's really is good. Don't You Know, another great song. We've got Alan Clark doing the lead vocals with Graham Nash and Tony Hicks doing the backing vocals. Great sound. These are as good as the Beatles in 1964. And I think they're a better singers. They sound wonderful on this. To You, My Love. Great track. It's one of Graham Nash's fine tracks. Love it. It's in the Kiss, which Betty Everett did, and it's a great version of it. The vocals from Tony and Graham and Alan are fantastic on there. Time for Love. Great little song. I like the little singing between Alan and Graham on this. What a Kind of Boy, which is a big Dio and Merlin song, and they do a very good version of it. Then they do a Chuck Berry number of Too Much Monkey Business, and I think they do a brilliant version of this. You've got Tony, Alan, Graham singing on it. Then they do I Thought of You Last Night, which Jerry Sutherland Orchestra did this version with Ralph Freed, and I think this is a better version of it. It's a great vocal again between Alan and Graham. Please Don't Feel Bad, great track. Love this, always love this. It's a brilliant vocal from Alan, top song. Come On Home, a little 60s track. The drumming is great on this. You'll Be Mine, one of them great early albums songs. Eric's bass line is brilliant. Mr. Reliable. Set Me Free, good little rocker. Got Graham singing on that. And it was the last track. As I know with a lot of bands in the 60s, they did a lot of covers on their album. They do some really interesting ones. I love this album, so I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 7, the third album. And it's called The Hollies, but it is referred to as Hollies 65 because they had an album, very similar title in 74. So on here, it's Alan, Bobby, Eric, Tony, Graham, Ron Richards does a little bit of work, and Alan Hawkshaw plays piano on Put Myself in Your Place. Okay, so first off is another cover, and this is a Peter, Paul and Mary song, Very Last Day, and once again they do a better version than the Peter, Paul and Mary. It's an excellent version of that song. You Must Believe Me, Curtis Mayfield song. It's a little bit different to his, but it's an excellent track. But Put Yourself in My Place, great vocals here. Alan and Graham, brilliant. Then they do Roy Orbison's Down the Line, and they do it justice. That's My Desire. Now, this song goes back to 1946. Frankie Lane did another version. It's okay, not one of my favourite covers on here. I don't think they did it justice. Then my favourite on here is Too Many People. Love this track, another classic Hollies track. There's something special about that. Then they do Lloyd Price's Lordy Miss Claudie. Great version of that song. Then we have When I Come Home to You. Very catchy song like all their songs were in the 60s. Then Fortune Teller is a song that Benny Spellman did, and they do not a bad version, but I prefer Benny's version. So Lonely, another fine vocal between Graham and Alan. They sounded great together in them early days. I've Been Wrong, very short, a typical pop song of the 60s, cracking song. Then they do another cover, Mickey's Monkey from the Miracles. It's okay to their version. Lots of covers on here, but it's still a pretty good album. I love this album. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 7.3. Okay, coming in at number 6 is the debut album from 1964, Stay with the Hollies. Alan, Eric, Tony, Graham, Bobby, Dath Rombone drums on Little Lover, and Tommy Sanderson plays piano on Searching. First track is a Chuck Berry number, and it is talking about you. It's a very good cover. The vocals are great between the three of them. Mr. Moonlight comes next. Now, it's a song by Dr. Feelgood and the Interns from 1962, but the Beatles did it on Beatles for Sale. Nice version. I think this is better than the Beatles version. I really do. It's got a bit more depth, and the harmony singing sounds much better. Then they do an Arthur Alexander song, You Better Move On. Great track. I like the original and I love this version. Lucille, a very solid version of Little Richard's song. We got Baby Don't Cry, one of the original songs on here, and it is excellent. I love that track. It's short, sharp, but you got Alan and Graham singing on that. Then they do Memphis and Chuck Berry. It's a fair version of it. Stay, which was they had a big hit with, originally by Morris Williams, and I do love their version of it. Then they do a version of Rocket Robin, Bobby Day originally. It's not a bad version, and then Michael Jackson recorded it in the early 70s. Then we got What You Gonna Do About It. Love this track. Alan and Graham again singing well. Do You Love Me, which is the Contours did that originally. It's a really good version of it. Then they do a great version of Conway Twitty's Only Make Believe. Terrific version of it. What Kind of Girl Are You? Dre Charles Summon. Not bad. But my favourite track on here is Little Lover. It's an original track, and it's a rock and roll track, and it's absolutely brilliant. And the last track is a Roy Orbison song, Candyman. Very good version. Yeah, it's a great debut. Lots of covers, but they're really solid. It's a brilliant little album, and I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay then, coming in at number 5, the 5th album from 1966 and their second release of 66, The Solitude, because Alan Clark, Tony Hicks, Graham Nash, Bobby Elliott. Got Bernie Calvert doing some bass on here along with Eric Haydock. Orchestral arrangements by Mike Vickers. So the first track is What's Wrong With The Way I Live. Great track. Love Tony's banjo. I love it when he gets the banjo out. Payback with Interest, one of my favourite songs. Nice Graham and Alan singing on that one. Tell Me To My Face. Second favourite track on this. I love the start. Bobby's drumming is brilliant on this. It's got a great bass line as well. Clown, another interesting track. I do love the guitar tones on it. A great vocal from Graham as well. Suspicious Look in Your Eyes. Really good vocals. The backing vocals, of course, are excellent. It's You. Some great harmonica playing on here from Alan. One of my favourite songs off the album. High Class comes next. Solid track. Love the muted trumpet on here. It sounds great and it really adds to the track. Peculiar Situation. Bobby's drumming is amazing on this. A great vocal from Alan as well. What Went Wrong? The start of this, remember, I don't remember, but in the 60s they made these public information films. The beginning of this sounds just like it's going to get some bloke speaking in a posh voice. Then we get my favourite track on here, Crusader. I think it's one of the best songs that Alan and Graham sang together. It's absolutely dynamite. Really nice tones. Then we've got Don't Even Think About Changing. Don't sure who does the songs. Then we got one of my favourites, and it's the brilliant Stop, Stop, Stop. Classic. One of my favourite tracks by the Hollies. And that was the last track. Okay, a really diverse album. Got some poppy stuff, some quieter stuff. It's just a very good album. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 7.6. Okay, coming in at number 4, their 11th album from 1971. And it was the last before the brief departure of Alan Clark, and it's Distant Light. So Alan's on here, Tony's on here, Terry's on here, Bernie's on here, Bobby's on here. We got Gary Brooker again doing organ and piano on Long Dark Road. Pedal steel, Mick Abrahams. Jim Jewell plays saxophone. Madeline Bell, Doris Troy and Lisa Strike do the backing vocals on What a Life I've Led, which is the opening track. It's a nice ballad. And you've got the Hollies backing vocals, and then you get Madeline Bell and co doing it. It's really good. Excellent opening track. Look what we've got. One of the many good ballads off this album. I love the piano work on this. It's a great vocal from Alan. Hold On, keyboards from Gary Brooker are brilliant. It really adds to the track. Adding Alan's vocals, brilliant. Pull Down the Blind. The words are good. It's a happy sort of laid-back feel to it. Excellent track. To Do With Love. Really nice song. Great bass line. Terrific song. Then we get Promised Land. It's got a really good, it's got that lovely 70s guitar sound on it. And then we have my favourite track on it. It's one of my favourite tracks by the Hollies. Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. Absolutely cracking. It's a classic. That opening riff. Great vocal from Alan on that. You know the score. Love the guitar work. I love Alan's vocals on that one. Cable Car. String arrangement is fantastic. A little bit of harmonica, piano. It's a really rich song. A Little Thing Like Love, harmonies, strings, fine vocals. And the last track, Long Dark Road, that lovely organ sound from Gary Brooker. Wonderful track to end the album. Pretty solid album. They had a run of very consistent albums. And I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.8. Okay, coming in at number 3, the 14th album, The Hollies, 1974, and it returned marked the return of Alan Clark. So it's Alan, Tony, Sylvester, Bobby and Bernie. First track is called Falling Calling. Great track, bluesy feel to it, catchy. Great vocal to Alan. It was nice to see him back in the band. Second track, It's a Shame, It's a Game. One of my favourite tracks on here. I love the little rock sound on it. Excellent riffs. Don't Let Me Down. It reminds me of It Don't Matter to Me from Bread. The acoustic guitar at the beginning. It's in that vein. It's a lovely song. Out on the Road. It's a version of it's the same song they did on the Out on the Road album. I think this is a better version. Alan gives it a better thing. And then we've got the best track they ever did, and it's actually a cover, and it's Albert Hammond's The Air That I Breathe. And even Albert Hammond said that the Hollies version is better than his. And when he did it live, he did it in this vein. It's a beautiful song. Top drawer for me. Always will be. Then we get Rubber Lucy. Some of the guitar work from Tony on this is brilliant. It reminds me of some of Dwayne Allman's guitar playing. Brilliant track. Then we have Transatlantic Westbound Jet. A better version than on the other album, on the Road album. I think Alan's vocals far better. Pick Up the Pieces again, a gentle track. Love the singing on that. Down on the Run. Lovely harmonies on this. Some nice guitar work as ever. Love Makes the World Go Round. A real bluesy feel to this. Bit of a boogie as well. Then The Day That Curly Billy Shot Down Crazy Sam McGee. I think this is a bit different, to say the least. It's certainly got that last album track on the album film. This is quite a rocky album. I do like it, and it's got my favourite track ever from the Hollies on it. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, then coming in at number 2, we're nearly done. The 4th album, the 2nd release from 1966. Would You Believe? Alan Clark, Bobby Elliott, Eric Haydock, Tony Hicks, and Graham Nash. First track, I Take What I Want. Written by Isaac Hayes. It's a good pop song. It's quirky. They was doing as good pop songs as the Beatles, I think. And it's a great beat to it. Then we got Hard Hard Year. Great solo from Tony Hicks on here. Nice gentle rhythm from Graham. Second favourite track on here. Then they do a cover, How Strong Is My Love. It was an OB single by O.B. Wright. I think they do a great version of it. Then they do a version of Chuck Berry's Sweet Little 16, another excellent cover of a Chuck Berry song. Great vocal from Alan on that. Oriental Sadness. I like this. It's got that little bit of Oriental music at the beginning. Really sets the subtone on that. Then they do a brilliant cover of I Am a Rock. It's a bit more upbeat than Simon and Garfunkel's, but it's a super version of it. Then we get Take Your Time, which is a Buddy Holly song. They recorded it on that Buddy Hom, but this is a much better version, more like it should be. Don't Even Care. Love Bobby's drumming on this. The guitar work from Tony and Graham is fabulous. Then we have a little funny song called Fifi the Flea, written by Graham Nash. And then they do Stew Ball, which is a very, very old folk song. Of course, Steel Eye Span have done this way. Now, Stew Ball was the name of an 18th century racehorse, most favourite song, but they do a great version. It's not. Is Steel Eye Span's better? Yeah, but this is a great version. I've Got Away on My Own. Good track. Love the harmonica on this from Alan. Brilliant intro. I Can't Let Go. My favourite track on the album, and one of my favourite tracks by the Hollies anyway. It's just got a great bass line. Great album. Some good covers on here. It's got some big hits on here. Just a very good album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.2. But my number 1 album, and I think this is when the Hollies with Graham Nash were at their best, and it's the last album he made with them. It came out in '67, and it's Butterfly. Alan, Tony, Graham, Bobby, and Bernie. You got John Scott doing the string and the brass. First track on here is my favourite track, and it's called Dear Eloise. The bass line from Bernie is fabulous. It's just a great track. It's a short track, but it's the best. Then we have Away, Away, Away. Some flute in this. Cool track. Love that track. Maker. The Hollies use the strings well on there. It's a great vocal from Graham. He sings that. It's absolutely delightful track. Then we have a song called Pegasus, a song about Pegasus the flying horse, and it's a very nice vocal from Tony. Nice to hear him sing. He sings that one. Would You Believe? A really dreamy, hippie sort of track. This is. It's wonderful. And then we got Wish You Were a Wish. The horns on this just give it that extra zing. It's another vocal from Graham as well. It's a super track. Postcard. Graham sings this again, and just a lot on this album. It's a really, really good track. Then we have a track called Charlie and Fred. I love this. Got Alan and Graham and Tony doing the singing. It's wonderful. And then Try It. I love the sort of backward sound on it. It's a hippie and trippy sort of track. Then we've got Elevated Observations. Graham's vocals are great on there, and a great bass line from Burnley as well. The last track, Stepping Sign, love the guitar on this from Tony and Graham. The tambourine even gives it a little bit more beat. Absolutely brilliant. For me, this is one of the most underrated albums from 1967. It just seems with Sgt. Pepper coming out the same year, everything else was pushed to one side, which is such a shame, because this is a fantastic album. It's uplifting. It's got the trippy 60s songs on it. A lot of singing from Graham on this. It's a great album to bow out on, and I love this album as much as I love Sgt. Pepper's. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.3. So there we go, Simon. Finally done for you. I always have pleasure listening to the Hollies. It's a band that I like putting on, especially on a Sunday morning. They're a Sunday morning band, and I think these are as good as the Beatles. I know there's a lot of people that will be pulling their hours out saying, no one beats the Beatles. Oh yes, there were great bands around when the Beatles, and this was one of them. They always sort of used to be in the shadow of the Beatles, which is a shame because they are as good. Okay, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and we've got a sophomore battle tomorrow. And this one is a bit of a new wave from the 80s. And two bands who hadn't really hit their stride until the next... Each band, their next album, would be the one that really broke them. We've got Travelogue from Human League, and we've got Set from the Thompson Twins. And also tomorrow, we've got a trip down memory lane, and we're going to have a look at the top 10 singles on this day in 1980. Sun is starting to really shine now. It's getting warmer. It's going to be a hot one today. So, bye for now.